Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, and giving double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad. And I was listening to the brother Ash down here in Miami, his lesson. It's action-packed, full of wisdom, especially for young men. And and I was meditating yesterday about reading the room. All right, there's a saying in the world called reading the room, and this brother right here, he had a mouthful, and the spirit had me, harping on that topic because, as us with this wisdom, and we're in a world full of fools. All right, we're in a world full of fools, and we observe a lot of things. Us with this wisdom, and a lot of people don't have self-awareness. All right, they have a zero clue, zero idea of what the hell is going on in the room. All right, when I say the room, I mean in the world. It could be the room that you walk into. It could be the supermarket. It could be the gym. It could be your job. All right, wherever you are. And you got brothers, and he mentioned in his lesson, you got brothers that their awareness is at a low level. And, there's levels in the truth, of course. When you come into the truth, you learn. But you're supposed to grow, like the brother said in his lesson. You're supposed to shake up out of that. All right? You're supposed to shake up out of certain things when you first come into the truth. And as you continue to be in the truth. Because really, when you look at children, a child goes from not being able to talk to talking, right? So when they're in their not talking phase, they're observing. Children observe, a lot. That's how they're able to soak up a lot of things. And as the scriptures say, coming into the truth, you're like a child. You're a baby, you're a newborn creature. And that when you stop talking, this is why he named his lesson that taming the tongue is freedom. If you go and stop talking, you'll hear, you'll observe, you'll see, you'll be in a new world. It'll be a whole new world. All right. And as my YouTube handle is GMS Get to the Point. I'm not and I concur with this brother Ash, because I'm not a long-winded brother. I'm a get to the point type of guy. And that's it. And that's my spirit, and this brother, he made a lesson that could help other men, with some of their awareness, right? Because if you think about an athlete, right, a quarterback or any athlete, he could be the fastest, the strongest, he could be the most agile athlete, but if he doesn't have any awareness, then he's pretty much useless in the grand scheme of things. Because when you play a video game, let's say Madden, brothers play Madden, you got something in your player ratings called awareness, right? Because you don't have to be the fastest or strongest guy, but if you're aware, if you're intelligent, if you're wise, then you pretty much can go anywhere, and you can pretty much do anything. All right, I'm gonna play this clip right here.
Just start talking. Here you go. Here's my time to shine. Sometimes brothers just ask you something just to make, just so you won't feel left out. They don't really want you to just start talking. But that comes from experience. That comes from examining yourself. That comes from maturity and actually keep being real. Getting out of your own head. Stop.
Okay, he said being real, self-examination, right? If you're always talking, then you're not examining yourself. When you examine, if you notice, when scientists go to examine certain things or figure out matters, they're not talking. They're not talking, right? They're trying to figure something out. When you're in a, why do you think a test, when you're taking a test, is quiet in the room? All right.
From experience, that comes from examining yourself.
Well, he said experience, right? Because, right, we're men, all right, in the truth, but also, you got different stages of different stages of life in a man. You have, you got some brothers that come in the truth at 16 years old, right? But there are certain things that happens in a man's life at different ages, right? And as you grow and experience more experience in this world, right? It changes you, and it's supposed to change you. All right, but when you mix, first and foremost, this truth, and then you go out in the world, you have an advantage over people, no matter how old you are. All right, this is not just wisdom for, you're in the truth, yeah, but we have to go out in this world and deal with people. If you're a babbler amongst the brothers, and you damn sure, you should not be babbling in front of these people in the world. Absolutely not. Like he said in this video, F these people. You going out, you babbling in front of, these people are morons, man. Yeah, you just babbling. Yeah, I mean, I ain't saying have a conversation, of course, but you got to be. Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Let's go to that word wise. Intelligent, wise, prudent, mindful of one's interests. All right. Now, when you go to that mindful of one's interests, this is what it goes to. This is what it goes to, right? Read the room. All right. It goes to reading the room, to be aware, to become aware of the opinions and attitudes of a group of people that you are talking to. All right? Because when you're around the people in general, meaning brothers and people in the world, if you're not listening to find out what's what, then you're not aware. You're not reading the room. You're not, like I said, like Brother Ash said in this lesson. You have to observe and figure out, and he said at the end of this lesson, certain things, like he said, certain things you're gonna tell certain brothers, it's gonna go over their head. Let me get that real quick. What he said.
It's gonna go over brothers' heads.
Right there.
And another point is of wisdom is knowing. A lot of times you try to share stuff, it's gonna go over brothers' heads. A lot of the time.
And that's not, nothing to be, that's not knocking, sir. That's not knocking brothers. But you gotta know who to talk to about certain things. You gotta know. You got to read the room, man. You got to read the room. You got to be aware in general in life. You got to know what the hell is going on. If I would have summed this video up, I would say read the room. Okay? Now, going to one of the words to reading the room is, one of the words synonymous to reading the room is alertness, ancient wisdom, knowledge, lived experience, street smarts. All right? Street smart. You got somebody that's street smart. You can have somebody that's street smart that can go inside of any room, and he has no idea what the hell is going on, but he knows enough to know just to get by. He might not be skilled on a certain topic or great at something, but if you know how to read the room and listen to just enough to know what, have a ballpark figure of what the hell is going on. And then there's a lot of people in top positions. If you ever wonder how somebody could keep hopping jobs, and going into new fields, you know, because you got a lot of top executives in this world. If you talk to some of them guys, they're not the brightest. They're not the sharpest. They're not the most intelligent. All right? They don't, but the one thing that they do, they understand how to read the room. They know, a lot of these top executives, they know that they're not the most intelligent. But they're not trying to be. But they are wise. They're like serpents. And I'm speaking from experience. Because I work at a job where I talk to top executives in the company. And a lot of them, they're not intelligent when it comes to the business side of knowing the ins and outs of what's going on, but they don't need to know. That's why they hired you for, right? They're not the most smartest when it comes to certain things, but guess what? They're street smart. They know just enough. They know how to mind fuck people. They're wise in their own world. They know how to maneuver and slither like a snake. And how much more us with this truth? We're supposed to be, you know, we are on another level, right? But what he was saying is just, you know, when you hear his lesson, it'll make sense. All right, because at the end of the day, like as crunch time comes, we're gonna have to actually use our wisdom even more. All right, we're gonna have to be aware of certain things. We're gonna have to be, you know, and the Lord is gonna make us on that level. But we have to start practicing it now. You know, and he spoke about being a master communicator in this video. Right? Being a master communicator, saying a handful in a few words. Because nobody wants to go to a lecture where somebody's talking for 2 hours in monotone. Nobody wants to hear that. That's not, you know, if you go to TED Talks, aren't the most watched video in the world, but the shorter ones are. Right? When you go to shorter videos, you know, you can take a look at it yourself. Because the average human, especially now in these days, their attention span isn't long. But not to stray off the topic, man, wisdom is the principal thing, man. All right? The brother, you know, he summed it up well. The brother Ash, what's his GMS Fired Up 144. All right, so go ahead and check that out. So with that, Shalom.